I'm supposed to fight Majimov. I'm the #1 contender for the WBA. You know, once a boxer becomes a champion, they have to fight the #1 guy. It becomes the mandatory. I'm the mandatory. If they're gonna skip over me, that's gonna be up. You know, is it a good fight? Yeah, but I'm supposed to be the one fighting Majimov. When I heard that news, I was like, what the like? That's supposed to be me. You know, a lot of fans say, oh, how come we don't fight this guy or whatever, or well, I'm trying to fight the best, but I mean, you see that it's not up to it's not under my control. Like if it was under my control, I would have fought the world champions already at 140. I would have fought him at 147. You know, it's kind of it feels up. You know, I feel like I'm just kind of on the sideline at this point. People are getting mad at me for not fighting the best. Well, like I'm not getting the opportunity.
Ortiz, shut that shit up, bro. Shut it up. Ortiz ain't about achieving nothing in boxing. A lot of people talk about, oh, well, you know, people get on Jerron, but they don't say nothing about Ortiz, and y'all don't say nothing about Ortiz and stuff like that. Hey, look, y'all right. You guys is right. 100% right. A lot of Latino fighters get to slide under the radar when it comes to underachieving and not doing shit in boxing. You guys are 100% right. But you know what? You guys created that environment. I'm all about equal work and spreading it even. That's not what y'all practice out there, as you can see from the circuit show that's called YouTube Boxing. You know, so you guys created that, believe it or not. You know, because y'all only want to talk about certain people. Y'all only want this, y'all only want that. And I'm going to tell you the other thing. This is another thing that y'all got to understand. Then I'm going to go ahead and get into the video. You guys have to understand that a lot of people don't talk about certain things, not just because they don't know how to spread out the work evenly. A lot of people don't touch subjects that they feel like you guys are not going to view. And let's face it, if I have to talk about Gervonta Davis not fighting Lamont Roach versus making a video about Ortiz, most people are going to make a video about Gervonta because that's what y'all going to flock to. So once again, I'm just showing how your interest plays a role in what people might do on the internet. That don't happen over here, but this channel is one in a few. It's maybe a handful of channels like this that base shit off integrity and shit like that. The rest of them, man, it's just about views and $1. Sorry, but that's how y'all made it. But get back to Ortiz, man. Ortiz is a bum. Like, I like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's cool personally. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Canelo. I think Canelo cool personally. But Ortiz is a bum, and he's an underachiever, and he's been allowed to do and be like this simply because he's Latino. Let's face it. The criticism doesn't come that comes with the black American fighters. That's both a good and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad thing for them because now you see why all your fighters suck and why all of them have to be on PEDs and why we have to make up shit like franchise champion for you guys to be champion. Okay? Because maybe if you was under the same microscope that we put ourselves under in the rest of the world, then you would be just as sharp and have just as many good fighters. Maybe. I'm just saying, give it a try. But when it comes to Ortiz, Ortiz has bailed out on fight after fight after fight after fight. Ortiz has been professional, what? 9-10 years and ain't never touched a world title? Not even interested in going near a world title. 10 years pro, bro. And never touched a world title, ain't trying to fight for a world title or nothing. But we sit up here and talk about Tank. Now, when you compare him to Tank doing shit. You know, when you compare Tank to Ryan, Tank doing shit. You know, so I get it. That's why I say we don't go with mainstream media's narratives. We have to stick with our own because theirs is biased. Just off this alone, just off the way Ortiz and Ryan and all the motherfuckers been moving along, people should get off Gervonta Davis back about what the fuck he been doing because he's done more than these motherfuckers. And we don't talk about them or rag on them half as hard as we do him or anybody else. Once again, we play a role into that shit. And you also got to understand at the same time, this is what you guys also got to understand. this is both a good and a bad thing. You guys got to understand that you American fighters, y'all got the juice. Meaning, whether it's good or bad, people are interested in talking about you, whether good or bad. All right. Other names don't generate in. You want to know why T.O. keep talking about these black American fighters? Because there's no juice for him just talking about him. So he has to do that. You black American fighters, y'all got all the juice, meaning you guys are what people want to talk about. You are what people want to criticize. You are what people want to tear down. You are what people like you're all of it. So in a way, it's kind of like that no such thing as negative publicity kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like that. You guys are what people want to talk about, whether good or bad. Okay, and the only time they want to talk about somebody else is when it's in defense or to rival you. You guys make people. People seriously, they cannot say with a straight face that they can't deny with a straight face that Gervonta Davis did not make Pitbull Cruz and Mario Barrios' career. That's one thing you can't say that, because them dudes didn't become nothing till they fought Tank. Pitbull wasn't nothing to y'all and ain't been nothing since just because of Tank. Tank ain't shit, but Pitbull going 12 rounds with Tank meant he was something. Ain't that something? But yeah, when it comes to Ortiz, man, Ortiz ain't trying to do shit. Ortiz is trying to collect his. Basically, Ortiz is on his Duran shit. You know what I'm saying? So there you go for the Duran fans. If y'all think, somebody just picking on him. You know what I'm saying? But he's doing some Duran shit, and Duran is doing some Tank shit. You know what I'm saying? And Tank is doing some Canelo shit. Did y'all follow the line? This is why I named it the Saul-Davis effect. Notice I get both sides to share responsibility. I'm not putting, Canelo, he's garbage. I'm not talking about just these American black fighters. I'm letting you know that it has an effect. Since these guys are at the top and everything trickles down from the top, it's called the Saul-Davis effect. Because since Saul has became the face of boxing, we got all this bullshit, and boom, you pop up against somebody like Tank, Tank was one of his fucking favorite fighters. Canelo embraced Tank. You know what I'm saying? And as Tank embraced Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. And I said this has a trickle down effect. Why you see Davis moving the way he's moving, because look how y'all allow Canelo to move. You see Boots Ennis moving the way he moved because y'all allow Davis to move like that. You know what I'm saying? And it trickles on down. Canelo takes steroids. Oscar Valdez takes steroids. Ryan Garcia takes steroids. Boom. 7 people on Eddie Reynoso team take steroids. It's the standard. It's the trickle down from the top effect. How you treat the people at the top dictates how people below will act, because they are observing what works and what don't work, what people respond to, what people don't respond to. That's why observing is a form of programming. And you program people by what you accept, what you don't accept, what you show harsh penalties for, and what you show light penalties for. Okay? That's another way you teach people like a dog. Okay? So if the boxing world shows you, Ryan Garcia cheated with Devin Haney, oh well, but then Terrence Crawford comes along and they talk about steroids. What did the boxing world just teach you? It's not going to be fair for you. If this person cheats, we don't care if they cheat. However, your black ass, even though you haven't been found guilty, we're going to create the narrative for you. So what did boxing teach you? That it's racially fucking biased to the core. All you have to do is have a brain and be able to observe and analyze what's going on. That's all that's happening. So while you get more Latin fighters that move like Ortiz, look how y'all let him slide up under the door. There's no standard for Latino fighters anymore. That's why you guys can never have the reputation that you used to have. You can't say that you guys are the tough guys no more. You can't say that you're the warriors no more. We can't say all that shit is gone. Do you not know that Canelo Alvarez destroyed the reputation of the Mexican fighter to the public? Do you not know that? You guys are known for cheating now, and you guys even embrace it. You guys even embrace that you're cheaters now, and you're okay with it. As long as you can pretend to be the man. You don't care if you're really the man, as long as you can pretend. Because with Canelo, that's what we're doing. We're doing make-believe. That's pretending. Okay? The Latino fan base, y'all been pretending in boxing. Ignoring David and pretending with Canelo. Like I said, in the end, you guys have shot yourself in the foot and you don't realize how much. And in the end, the same person that you hate is going to end up having you by the balls. And that's going to be Al Heyman. I'm going to get into that later. That's going to be a totally another video. So remember how I said it and kind of bring it back up with me just in case I don't touch back on that, because that's something that y'all need to hear, Latino fan base. That's definitely something that y'all need to hear. Like, damn, how Al Heyman going to have the last laugh on us? Yeah, you should be scratching your head, but Bruce knows. Yes, I do. But Ortiz, bum. He's a bum. All right, Cat. But he's a bum. He ain't trying to do 10 years, bro. And you ain't did shit. But it's okay because you Latino. There's no real expectation for you. This is why I say do not get on me because I have expectations for the American fighters. Do not get on me for that. Okay? And I'm going to keep having expectations on them because I don't expect them to be weak like this shit. Maybe you do. Maybe y'all want to be like them. Maybe you want the benefits that the Latino fighters get. Okay? And you're going to end up being weak and a joke like them too. Believe it. But Ortiz, yeah, bum. He doesn't do shit right along with Ryan Garcia. None of these Latin fighters are doing shit really outside of David. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? They steady trying real hard to build up the next Latinness when all y'all had to do was embrace fucking David. Y'all trying real hard. Y'all not gonna get it, bro. You're not gonna get it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.